And we're back. Hey everyone, it's Billy from Puck Rivals here, and we're back from our little hiatus. Today, I'll be continuing one of our newer series, the Top 10 Players of a Nation. This video will be covering the top 10 active Russian players. Russia has been a top hockey nation for quite some time, so naturally, it wasn't easy to rank these players. Also, it's worth noting, starting from this video and on, we will not be including goalies in these rankings, as they are way too tough to compare to skaters. Instead, we thought we would start a top 5 goalies series as well to make up for it. For this video, Matt and I were actually able to come up with a consensus list of these players, unlike our top 10 Swedish players where we had to do 2. Check that out if you haven't yet, and let us know in the comments who you think the best Russian players are, and with that, let's begin. We'll start with number 10, where we have New York Rangers winger Pavel Buchnevich. He is a dynamic offensive forward that contains good skill and is also able to play on the penalty kill, where he currently has 3 shorthanded goals. He can both make plays and finish them, and has continued to get better throughout his career with New York. Buchnevich spent some time in his native Russia before he came to North America, where he found himself as a regular and pretty decent KHL player. He even played a handful of games as a draft-eligible player in the KHL. Along with this, he helped Russia earn 2 World Junior medals along the way, a silver and a bronze. He has continued to represent the Russians at senior level as well, but has no medals to show for it. This year, Buchnevich has really broken out offensively and has been playing just a bit shy of a point per game in his career year. He's finding himself to play in every situation and averaging the most ice time in his career. He has been a key player for the Rangers and their push for the playoffs this season. There's no reason to believe he can't keep this level of play going forward, and perhaps he could get even better from here. The 9th best Russian player on our list is Tampa Bay Lightning defenseman Mikhail Sergachev. Sergachev is a pretty big boy on the blue line for the Bolts, standing at 6'3" and 216 pounds. Sergachev is a competitive two-way defenseman who plays in all situations for the defending Cup champs. He can move the puck, he plays on both special teams, isn't afraid to lay the body, and loves to be engaged in the game. He's been a good piece on the Tampa blue line and should be for a while still. Despite being just 22, Sergachev has already had a very successful career. Representing his home country of Russia, he has managed to earn a bronze medal in both the World Juniors and the World Championship. Before making it to the NHL, Sergachev played for the Windsor Spitfires in the OHL, where he played a key role in the team taking home the Memorial Cup. And of course, last year he took home the ultimate prize with the Lightning, the Stanley Cup. Sergachev at a young age has proven that he's a legitimate top 4 defenseman in the NHL. He started playing in the league at 19 and has shown improvement each year, ultimately having a career year offensively this season. Considering he's still pretty young, there's still potential for him to grow into a first pairing defenseman. He's shown he's got the ability, and the Lightning might be hoping for that as Victor Hedman begins to age into his 30s. At number 8, we have centerman Evgeny Kuznetsov of the Washington Capitals. Kuznetsov is a playmaking centerman with elite offensive skill and playmaking qualities. He is great at setting up his teammates, but can also finish off plays if he needs to. He isn't known for his defensive abilities and can be inconsistent with his offensive production. However, that does not change the raw talent he has, and when he's on his game, he's a dangerous offensive forward for the Capitals. Kuznetsov spent a few years in Russia after being drafted before hopping the pond, but he was one of the best players in the KHL when he did, making it to 2 KHL All-Star games. Internationally, Kuznetsov has had very good success with Russia. He's won gold and silver at the World Juniors, 2 golds and a bronze at the World Championship, and of course was a huge factor in the Capitals winning the Stanley Cup, where he had 32 points in 24 playoff games. All in all, Kuznetsov can easily be a number 1 centerman when he is on his game. There's no question about that. But his inconsistencies can set him back, and when he's not producing offense, he isn't providing too much else. But again, there's no denying his talent and skill, and he has proven he can be productive when it matters most. At number 7, we have Flyers defenseman Ivan Provorov. Provorov is a very good all-around two-way defenseman. He is a great skater and puts his mobility on display every game. He's got a great mind for the game, is sound defensively in his own end, and is capable of putting about 40 points each season. He actually tied Hedman and Hamilton for most goals by a defenseman in 2018 with 17 goals. He plays big minutes for the Flyers and is even a plus player despite how many goals the Flyers have been allowing this season. Provorov has seen success throughout his career on the way to the NHL. With Russia, he has won 2 silver medals at the World Juniors and a bronze medal at the World Championship. During his time with the Brandon Wheat Kings in the WHL, he won the CHL Defenseman of the Year and helped the Wheat Kings to a WHL championship as well. Like I mentioned before, Provorov plays big minutes for Philadelphia, and that is no mistake. He is a first-pairing defenseman that has anchored the Flyers' blue line for most of his career. He can do it all for his team, and being just 24 years old, there's still time for him to improve further. Next up, we have a winger from the Carolina Hurricanes, Andrei Svechnikov. Younger brother of Detroit Red Wing Evgeny Svechnikov, Andrei owns excellent offensive ability and instincts. He has smooth hands. You know, he did score the lacrosse goal twice. He's creative with the puck and is a goal scorer. He's got the pure talent to take over hockey games. At 21, he could still fill out his frame to use to his advantage. But Svechnikov is extremely talented and went second overall in 2018 for a reason. Before making the jump to the NHL, Svechnikov played for the Barrie Colts of the OHL in his draft year. In Barrie, he won various awards, including the OHL Rookie of the Year. He hasn't had a chance to represent Russia at the senior level just yet, but he has played in the World Juniors and won a bronze at the Under-18 World Juniors. Right now, Svechnikov is already good enough to play on a first-line wing, and he has been in Carolina. He's doing that at just 21 years old and still has a lot of upside and talent to take his game to the next level. He is a key building block for the Hurricanes, and I feel confident that he will be a star in this league if he isn't already. Beginning the top 5 now, we have Vladimir Tarasenko of the St. Louis Blues. Starting with Tarasenko here at 5, he and everyone else after are household names for hockey fans. Tarasenko is a goal scorer with great hands and puck skills. He's been one of the league's premier goal scorers for years now, but has run into some injury problems the last couple of seasons. Still, under normal circumstances, Tarasenko is a lock to be a 30 or better goal scorer every year. Before injuries, he had done that for 5 consecutive seasons. Being as good as Tarasenko is, it's no surprise he has seen success throughout his career. As a young lad, Tarasenko led the Russians to a World Junior Gold in 2011. He's also won a silver with Russia at the World Championship. And as for his NHL career, he is a 3-time All-Star and helped the Blues win a Stanley Cup. No doubt, Tarasenko is a first-line goal-scoring winger on any team in the NHL. He needs to stay healthy though. As of this recording, he has only played in 29 games, both this season and last season combined, with just 6 goals. I think it's safe to assume that his production has dipped due to missing a lot of time. He's still extremely talented, so we'll have to see if he can stay healthy going forward. Into the top 4 now, and this is where it got real hard to rank. Evgeni Malkin of the Penguins comes in at 4. Not sure how much I really have to say about Malkin. The guy is a legend. He is one of the best and most skilled players in the NHL and has been his whole career. He's a big body at 6'4", and he uses that to his advantage. He's an elite puck handler and playmaker who can rack up points, evident by his 1,000 plus points in his NHL career, but somehow not a top 100 player of all time. Not many players are as successful as Malkin has been throughout his career. Starting from the beginning of his career, he's won 2 silver medals at the World Juniors with Russia, and at senior level 2 golds, 2 silvers, and 3 bronzes at the World Championship. In his NHL career, he's won the Calder Trophy as top rookie, the Hart Trophy as league MVP, the Ted Lindsay Award, 2 Art Ross trophies for leading the league in scoring, 1 Conn Smythe Trophy, and 3 Stanley Cups. In total, that's 9 NHL trophies. I'd say that's pretty successful. Malkin is approaching the tail end of his career, but he's still a first-line centerman. Just last year, he had 74 points in 55 games. While he is getting older, his play hasn't dropped off too much. He had a bit of a slow start this year, but then was able to pick it up before unfortunately getting injured, which has been a bit of a problem for him throughout his career. At number 3, we have Rangers superstar Artemi Panarin. Breadman is an extremely talented offensive winger who is very creative. He is a dual threat as he can both make plays and finish them. He's got top-tier hands and puck skills and is one of the best talents in the world. He's third in points in the whole NHL since signing with the Rangers, and the literal only knock on him would be his size, but honestly, who cares, right? Panarin has had success with Russia on the international stage. At the World Juniors, he was able to capture gold. At the World Championship, he's won a silver and 2 bronze medals. Before coming to North America, he won the KHL, excuse me because I'm going to butcher this, Gagarin Cup in 2015 with St. Petersburg. In the NHL, his only award is the Calder Trophy, but don't let that alter your opinion on this guy's talent. No doubt Artemi Panarin is a bona fide top-line winger and one of the best forwards in the world. He's a consistent over-point-per-game player and would have easily topped 100 points last year if it were not for the stoppage in play. He could easily be higher on this list, as any player near the top here could be seen as interchangeable, but we have him third. Maybe this is a hot take, but we have Alex Ovechkin coming in at number 2. What can I say about the best goal scorer of all time? He's got an absolute rocket of a shot and scores goals like crazy. He's got an unstoppable one-timer and such a quick and hard release. In addition to his obvious goal-scoring abilities, the man hits like a truck as well and plays with intensity. He's never been known for anything defensively, but who cares if you're the best scorer of all time? Ovi is the only person who even has a chance at beating Gretzky's goal-scoring record. Okay, now this part might be a bit long. Ovechkin has had incredible amounts of success in his career. World Juniors gold and silver medals with Russia. 3 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and 4 bronze medals at the World Championship. In his NHL career, he's got a Calder Trophy, an Art Ross Trophy, 3 Hart Trophies, 3 Ted Lindsay Awards, a Conn Smythe, a long-awaited Stanley Cup, and of course, 9 Maurice Richard trophies as the league's top goal scorer. Just rename it the Alex Ovechkin Trophy already. This man has had one hell of a career, and he has deserved it. At 35 years old, Ovechkin is no spring chicken, but he is still arguably the best goal scorer in the league. There's no doubt in my mind he's the best pure goal scorer of all time, and one of the best players of all time. Age has not affected his ability to play with intensity or score goals, and he remains a top-line NHL winger and goal scorer, with no signs of slowing down. It might be harsh having the great 8 at number 2, but the only man ahead of him is in his prime and is just that good. And that guy is Nikita Kucherov of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Kucherov is a superstar. He's an outstanding offensive winger who can score and make plays. To add on to this, he's got silky smooth hands and is known for making even the best goalies look like they belong in the minors. There are not many better offensive players in the NHL at the moment. From 2017 to 2020, only Connor McDavid had more points than Kucherov, and only by 8 points. Unfortunately, he will be missing this entire 2021 season, but I don't think that will really affect him since he is just so incredibly talented. If you're as talented as Kucherov is, you're bound to have success throughout your career. He's got 2 World Juniors medals, a silver and a bronze. He's got 2 bronze medals in the World Championships. He's got an Art Ross Trophy, a Hart Trophy, a Ted Lindsay Award, and a Stanley Cup. He could very well be on the way to another Stanley Cup once he is back for the playoffs too. Considering he's had to battle with Connor McDavid over the last few years, that's a solid amount of trophies. Not as many as Ovi, but only one person on the planet was better than prime Ovi at the time. Overall, Kucherov is a franchise winger that literally any team would love to have on their team. He racks up points and is proven in the playoffs. There isn't really much more you can ask from him. He's just so good and still has plenty left in the tank at 27 years old. He is currently the best Russian player in the world. So there you have it. Let us know what you think of the rankings and what you would change, if anything. The Russians have always had star players in the game of hockey, and nothing has changed. In fact, they've probably gotten even better as time has gone on. From Pavel Buchnevich to Alex Ovechkin to Nikita Kucherov and on. There will always be franchise Russian talent as the country continues to develop these highly skilled players. Russia will always be a country of note in hockey and will always be in the mix for gold in any international tournament. If you enjoyed this video and love hockey like us and the Russians, don't be afraid to hit those like and subscribe buttons. This has been Billy from Puck Rivals, and I'll see you in the next video.